Hello, so I'm going to show you an update on my channel situation because it's a very important update if you like my videos because I'm splitting my content into multiple channels instead of just having it all on one channel. So if you're interested in seeing the rest of this series or whatever other videos like this one, it's a very important announcement to see. But if you've already seen this announcement in other videos or you just don't care, then skip to this timestamp to get right into the video and hope you enjoy. Um, Hello, and today I'm going to give you a rundown of major changes that are happening to my channel, or channels, I should say. So basically, I'm going to be splitting my channel into multiple channels of their own categories of what my channel revolves around. I just said channel a lot, but hope you understand what I'm saying. So the reason I'm doing this is because how the YouTube algorithm works is it says if a viewer on average watches every video you upload, your videos are better, so it shows them to more people. But the problem with my channel is that I react and do so many different content about so many different things that most people aren't interested in everything I react to. So most people just watch one topic that I react to. So, they just watch my Beatles reactions, or they just watch my NBA videos, or they just watch my TV show Breaking Bad or Chris Chan reactions. So basically, I'm going to be spreading my content into multiple different channels so that people who like that content, they're going to watch a higher percentage of each video on those channels, so YouTube will promote it more to help promote my channel, to help promote all my videos in general more. So here's the rundown here. So this channel, Lyric Reacts, will exclusively be for reactions that don't fit my other reaction channels. So basically, this is for my channel for reacting to whatever the hell I want. This channel will stay as reacting to whatever the hell I want as the original channel. So that's basically what the channel will be. Whatever the hell I want is going to be reacting, and all these reaction channels will have daily uploads. So next we have the Lyric Reacts NBA channel. This channel will be for daily NBA reactions. So if you want my NBA reactions, go subscribe to that channel. I will be continuing to upload all my videos to this channel for the next around 2 weeks, and putting this disclaimer at the beginning of each video so people understand before I just start uploading to a channel that no one's subscribed to. But eventually subscribe to that channel, so eventually I will start only uploading my NBA reactions to Lyric Reacts NBA. I'll have daily NBA reactions as well as weekly NBA full game reactions. So we're going to react to a bunch of classic NBA games on that channel. And next we have Lyric Reacts Music. So if you watch my Beatles reactions mainly, that's the music reactions I've done so far, start with this, go to this channel. We'll be doing reacting to the Beatles solo albums, as well as we're eventually going to get to a bunch of classic albums. I plan to do a bunch of classic albums in chronological order, and I'm also going to start my hip-hop journey, where I'm going to react to hip-hop albums in chronological order, the history of hip-hop. So I plan to do one non-hip-hop album and one hip-hop album per week, and it will be all, I'm planning to react to both in chronological order, so I think it'll be a really cool experiment to do. There'll also be daily song reactions from those albums, so hopefully you will enjoy that. So if you like my music reactions here, you want to see more music reactions, go to that channel, Lyric Reacts Music. Next we have Lyric Reacts Media. This channel will be exclusively for TV and movie reactions. So right now I am reacting to 3 shows, quote unquote, those being Breaking Bad, Chris Chan: A Comprehensive History, and Attack on Titan. I'm counting the Chris Chan series, even though it's a YouTube series, as a show because it is a series. If you like reacting to any of those, my Breaking Bad reactions, my Chris Chan reactions, or my Attack on Titan reactions, go to that channel. That's where those reactions are going to move to. And I am planning on uploading two reactions of 2 episodes of each of those per week, as well as 1 movie reaction. I am actually counting the Beatles Get Back documentary as a movie just because the episodes are so long. So if you want to watch the Beatles Get Back documentary, you want to react to that, also subscribe to that channel. And also, weekly movie reactions, as well as 2 episodes of 3 shows per week. And that's it for my reaction channels, but I also have 2 other channels. First of all is Lyric Rumbles NBA. I've already started uploading on this channel months ago, so I already have some original content up there, but the quality is going to improve a lot. It is for my original NBA content. So if you like my NBA content, if you want to see original NBA content, go to that channel, Lyric Rumbles NBA. I plan to upload one video there every 1 to 2 weeks because, obviously that takes a lot more editing and work than the reaction videos. And then I have a new channel called Lyric Rumbles, just Lyric Rumbles. That channel is the original content that is not NBA related. So you subscribe to that channel to get my original content that is not going to be NBA related. It's going to be the channel I'm probably going to work the hardest on in general. And it's not gonna, you're not gonna see a video in there for a little bit because it's gonna take a lot of work for those videos. And my first video I plan on putting there is the Beatles Iceberg Explained, which is a video I'm really hyped for making, but it's gonna take a little bit. So subscribe to that channel preemptively to get all those videos. And yeah, so basically that's the gist. My 6 channels: Lyric Reacts NBA, Lyric Reacts Music, Lyric Reacts Media, Lyric Rumbles NBA, and Lyric Rumbles. So subscribe to all 6 of those channels if you like all of it. If you like all my content, go subscribe to all 6 channels. But if you're interested in certain parts of my content that you only watch, subscribe to the ones that fit you the most. And yeah, sorry for this long explanation, but had to get the word out so you know where my content is going to go now. And so yeah, hope you enjoy the content coming up. Hi, my name is Lyric, and today we are going to be reacting to When Steph Curry Took Over the NBA Finals. This is by Synthetic Sports, another super underrated NBA channel. I've seen a few videos from them. They have about 60,000 subs, so really underrated channel. Please go subscribe to them. Watch the original video, have it on the background, or watch it first before watching my reaction. And yeah, so I'm guessing this is going to be going over the 2022 NBA Finals, the story behind it, and yeah, because obviously this is a few years ago, so I was obviously there watching it. Because it was not that long ago, but we're going to see the whole story behind it. I think it's going to be a really interesting storytelling video. So yeah, daily NBA reactions on this channel right now, but in a week or two they're going to switch to the Lyric Reacts NBA channels. Go subscribe to that channel in the description. And also, if you want original NBA content from me, Lyric Rumbles NBA channel, also in the description. So let's get into it. When Steph Curry took over the NBA Finals.
Right now, the Warriors are watching the playoffs at home, and I got to be honest, it feels like they're a long way from contending again.
Yeah, because they won the championship, and it was like their last stand. Because the next 2 years, they lost to the Lakers, and then they just completely missed the playoffs this year. And I mean, Klay Thompson, do not let anything happening in the NBA Finals right now distract you from the fact that Klay Thompson went 0 for 10 in an elimination game, and then lost to the Kings, who then lost to the Pelicans, who then lost to the Thunder, who then lost to the Mavs. So it's like
Steph is still one of the best players in the league, but
yeah,
Father Time is definitely
Steph is still really good, but the Warriors are a long way from contending.
Caught up to Draymond and Klay. But I mean, only a couple years ago, we thought the same thing, and Steph proved us completely wrong.
Yeah, after making the finals for 5 straight seasons, the Warriors had gone 2 straight
There would have to
years
be
without
some
even
major
making
changes to the roster.
And people were starting to wonder, is the dynasty over? Maybe. Well, Steph answered that question by winning his 4th NBA.
Jonathan Kuminga would have to be the most improved player next year and average like 25 a game at least. And Klay Thompson and Draymond Green would have to be not as completely washed if they want. And they would also have to have another really good player on their team. Andrew Wiggins would have to actually play basketball normally for them to be anywhere near contending again.
NBA title for the Warriors and getting Finals MVP just.
And Curry can't regress either. Like, look at this high-level editing, dude. For a channel with 60,000 subs, please go watch the original video. Banger tunes, too.
Before we talk about when Steph Curry absolutely took over the finals, please give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on any new videos. So going into the 2021-2022 season, the Warriors were not in the best spot. During the
Yeah, they were very much counted out. I counted them out too, because because obviously Kevin Durant and Klay Thompson get hurt in 2019 NBA Finals. Kevin Durant leaves the Warriors. Klay Thompson's out for the next year, and then it sucks because Steph Curry breaks his hand in 2020 season. So the 2020 season is just horrendous. They get the 2nd overall pick, and they choke the pick. Absolutely choke the pick. They could have gotten LaMelo Ball, Tyrese Halliburton, Alperen Şengün. Actually, no, that was 2021 draft. What am I tripping? But yeah, they could have got Tyrese Halliburton. Dude, they could have gotten Scotty Barnes. They could have gotten a lot of. Wait, am I thinking? I keep thinking of the 2021 draft. Am I tripping? Who's in the 2020 draft? I know there was some players that I've seen that they could have drafted that would have been really good for them. Jalen Suggs even would have been really fantastic for him. But yeah, yeah. So they could have gotten some great players. They end up getting James Wiseman, complete bust, and then Klay Thompson tears his Achilles. After tearing his ACL. Like, literally the two worst injuries you can get in basketball. He had back-to-back years, misses 2 straight seasons. Curry is forced to carry them in the 2021 season, and, I mean, he plays great, but they don't even make the playoffs. And then Klay Thompson comes back, Andrew Wiggins starts playing super fantastic, Draymond Green starts playing super fantastic, and Curry, you know, and they all just combine, and they eventually just somehow make it all work together again. It was an insane one-season turnaround.
19 offseason, Kevin Durant, of course, left to the Brooklyn Nets, and Klay Thompson was still going to take some time recovering from that ACL injury in the finals. KD, it was technically a sign-in trade, so they picked up D'Lo for basically nothing, so that's a nice pickup. I mean, D'Lo was coming off an all-star season. Wasn't really what they needed. They didn't need another guard, but at least it was like a future trade asset.
It was something.
Yeah.
It was better than losing him for straight up nothing.
But after starting the season 1 and 2, the Warriors' luck went from bad to just straight up awful. Steph broke his hand and would miss basically the entire season. And not surprisingly, a team led by Draymond Green, Eric Pascal, Marquise Chris, and a rookie Jordan Poole. They only won 15.
Oh yeah, Jordan Poole, I forgot. He played great the 2022 season. It's just after Draymond punched him in the face, he started playing. Oof. But yeah, Draymond Green is your best player. It's not going to work out. He's a fantastic player, underrated all time. He's like, I think he was the third. I think he's better than Klay Thompson. Yeah, I think he's always been better than Klay Thompson. But you're not gonna win with Draymond Green as your best player. I'll tell you that much.
Games to give the Warriors some.
He's very much a player that helps out other players.
Kind of immediately flipped D'Lo into Andrew Wiggins in a first-round pick. Amazing trade because Wiggins, you know, disappointing career so far, but he was only 24 and still had potential. And you get a first-round pick for dealing out D'Lo.
I know D'Lo was just removed from that All-Star season in Brooklyn, which he was very good in, to be fair, but sending out Wiggins and a first for him, lunacy. I know the Wolves felt like they were close because they had Cat, and they were like, oh, if we can just get him a solid point guard, you know, maybe that'll help him take that next step. No. I just know.
I don't think it worked. I don't think it was that bad of a trade for the Wolves. I think he's over-exaggerating it because, I mean, obviously the Wolves are really good now. Well, they lost in the conference finals, you know, had their best season ever, but, like, D'Lo wasn't that bad of a fit. It just, they couldn't get it done, and then Conley was just a better fit for them. I mean, it wasn't, I don't think it was that bad of a trade. I don't know what he's yapping about.
Sorry, no.
The trade didn't go well for the Timberwolves, but at least the draft lottery did. They got the first pick. They took Anthony Edwards. Warriors got the second pick. They didn't need another guard. Didn't want LaMelo, so they took James Wiseman, who was a hype prospect out of Memphis.
Who sucks.
Terrible. I mean, he played like a couple years with them. Did nothing for the title team we'll talk about. So big miss there for the Warriors.
Technically has a ring,
and this is why you always draft on ability, not need.
Yeah.
Because you can trade ability. You can't trade need if he's got ability, and that's what Wiseman was. You just draft the best player. Yeah. If you don't need him, flip him to someone else who does.
And then before the 2021 season could even start, Klay Thompson once again just brutal luck. He suffers an Achilles injury just in like a random
This felt so bad when I heard the news, dude.
Devastating injury.
It was like the entire NBA world stopped when they heard that news. It was like, holy God. Like, it really felt like we were seeing the end of the Warriors dynasty there. But they got to get one more.
For both Klay and the Warriors.
And the Warriors that season, they were much better. They went 39-33 in the pandemic-shortened season. Steph was doing an absolute carry job this year. Had one of the best seasons of his career. Averaged 32 points per game. He was as efficient as ever. Finished third in MVP voting, even though his team was only the 8th seed. And they definitely should have made the playoffs. I mean, they got beat by the Lakers in that play-in game where LeBron apparently
they should not have lost to the Grizzlies. That was an absolute
somehow
joke.
Picked the right one. 1-in-3 chance. Good job, Bron. Top marks for that. But then you play the young as hell Grizzlies at home in your building. I know it's not the Roracle anymore.
That Draymond layup to tie the game was such a choke.
But you're still at home. You gotta be able to beat the Grizzlies in one game at home. them.
Oh yeah, they definitely should have won it. And as a Warriors hater, I was hyped they didn't because
That was beautiful. It was lovely.
it was amazing. 5 straight seasons making the finals, like we said in the intro, and now 2 straight seasons missing the playoffs entirely. I know Clay had been injured and everything, but you know, it was kind of feeling like maybe the
It's why I don't feel bad for the Warriors now that they're losing these days. I mean, you won 4 championships, went 5 straight finals. I don't want to hear it, dude.
dynasty was over.
The world was healing.
Yeah, the world was healing. They were old. KD was gone. They didn't have a ton of depth. Sure, they had some nice young pieces, but it was feeling like, you know, unless they acquired a superstar, I know Giannis was kind of rumored to the Warriors at the time, they were not going to win another title. At least that's what it felt like to me.
That offseason, though, again, credit to the front office. They didn't bring in another superstar level player, but they did have a really good offseason filling out the roster. They signed Gary Payton Jr. to a long-term deal.
Yeah, he worked great. He worked out great for them.
Selected Jonathan Kuminga with the 7th pick and Moses Moody.
Yeah, this draft was way better for them. Jonathan Kuminga and Moses Moody, it's a pretty good draft to get 2 pretty good players there.
With the 14th pick, I feel like at the time people thought Kuminga might have been a bit of a reach, but he's panned out pretty well. They also picked up Otto Porter and Bielika. I think that's how you pronounce his name.
Yeah, I mean, he was good for them. Yeah, who knows how you pronounce it. It's something like that. I remember them saying it like that.
And they also brought back Iggy.
No. Yeah, they brought back Iggy. He didn't really do much for the team, but he was.
Hey, he got a 4th ring.
Yeah, he was there.
Hell yeah.
He was a good like locker room presence type guy.
I remember in the playoffs, he had like, it might have been in the finals. He had like one really cool dunk in like garbage time, and I thought it was like really sick.
And damn, like as skeptical as I was, they came out the gates just firing. 21-4 to start the season. Steph was playing incredible. The emergence of Jordan Poole kind of just came out of nowhere.
He was playing like MVP at the beginning of the season until he hit this really big slump. But yeah, the team was doing great.
I know Jordan Poole looked promising some of those seasons when they were bad, but goddamn, he was playing well. And then Andrew Wiggins, where did this come from? He was having the best season of his career by far.
Yeah.
I mean, you get the guy out of Minnesota. I know Minnesota's great right now, but at the time, they were like up there with the Sacramento Kings for being the dead-end franchise in the NBA. A lot of people would say NBA Siberia, where like talented players just go to die.
And then they got Clay back in early January, and sure, he had a lot of rust, which is to be expected. He was 2 full seasons.
His epic dunk in his first game back was great.
Add another shooter, add another vet with experience. That was huge for them. And this Warriors team, a little bit controversial, had 3 All-Stars. Steph, obviously, he was going to be an All-Star. Andrew Wiggins was an All-Star starter?
Bullshit.
It was complete bullshit, but I guess like the voting or something is how it happened.
No, this is why fan voting is stupid.
Exactly.
Because you get dumb shit like this.
And then Draymond made the All-Star team.
I do agree that the 100% fan voting is stupid.
I mean, great defender.
Fuck democracy.
He was averaging like 12 and 8, I think. But whatever. They got 3 All-Stars. They'd end up progressing.
People don't recognize defense exists. It's so annoying.
A big part of that was Steph had that foot injury where he had a sprained ligament and a bone bruise when Marcus Smart dived at him.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Warriors still won 53 games, got the 3rd seed, and their path to the finals this year out west, not half bad.
No, not really. I mean, the Grizzlies had a great year, but they were obviously still really young.
But they win it, they had to go against MVP Jokic, but he had no teammates. They went against the Grizzlies and the Mavs. Yeah.
Mavericks had Luka, but also young, didn't really have any playoff experience up to that point. The Nuggets, they have Jokic, obviously, but no MPJ, no Murray, so they weren't going to be a threat. So really, if you could just avoid the Suns, you had a pretty clear path to the NBA Finals.
In round 1, they matched up against the Nuggets. This was MVP Jokic, but like we just said, you're without Jamal Murray. You're without.
There's a reason they avoided the Suns. There's a reason they avoided the Suns, man. 40-point blowout, Game 7. Come on, Luka.
Out Michael Porter Jr.
Everybody acting tough when they up.
Steph, though, was also coming back from an injury. He hadn't played like the entire end of the regular season, so he was actually going to come off the bench to start this series. But the Warriors just dominated this series. Steph was great off the bench. In Game 2, he had 34 points on 17 shots off the bench, which is just insane. And since the Nuggets were just so beat up, like they didn't stand a chance. They won Game 4, but besides that, like they couldn't handle the 3 Splash Bros, because at this point you had Steph balling out, you had Clay.
Yeah, Poole was going crazy this series, man.
Like
the entire playoff Poole was going crazy.
Was just insane this year. So they easily took out the Nuggets in 5.
Round 2, they matched up with the Grizzlies. Game 1 went down to the wire, but the Warriors escaped with a 1-point victory thanks to a clutch 3 from Klay Thompson and a clutch steal by Steph poking the ball away from Ja. Grizzlies evened the series up in Game 2, but after two great games,
this is where the Warriors Grizzlies beef
the Warriors
again.
are up 3-1. Grizzlies, though, they dominated Game 5, but they eventually got closed out in 6. So the Warriors are off to the conference finals, matched up with Dallas after the Mavericks just, I mean, embarrassed might not be strong enough to talk about what they did to the Phoenix Suns, but they stomped out the Suns in the conference semifinals. But in the conference finals, I mean, credit to Golden State, they did a phenomenal job of neutralizing Jalen Brunson and Luka.
Yeah, Andrew Wiggins was just incredible on Luka. Brunson wasn't much of a factor either, and the Warriors, it wasn't just like Steph dominating or Poole or Klay. They had six players average double figures. This is another series.
Yeah, Kevon Looney was doing so crazy against our team because we had no goddamn centers. No one to defend the goddamn paint or to get a single rebound. It's pissing me off so much.
Just wasn't that close. They took out the Mavs in 5. And they were back to the NBA Finals just like that. 2 seasons not making the playoffs. They make the playoffs again, and they just make the finals. It's what the Warriors do.
And we were pissed.
I was myself because I got to see the Warriors play the Celtics. I'm like, who the hell do I root for?
That's exactly what I was thinking, dude. I hated this finals, dude, because, well, it was an entertaining final series, but goddamn, I hated when this was the finals matchup, because I was like, goddamn, I hate both these teams, dude. I do not want to root for any of them, dude.
That's your, like, 8th circle of hell.
It is. It really was. And in the NBA Finals, the Warriors immediately just came out cooking, especially Steph. He had 21 first quarter points, hit 6 threes. Credit to the Celtics. They did a good job of keeping up. They only trailed by 4 after the first, and they took a 2-point lead going into halftime. But in the third quarter, the Warriors dominated, poured in 38 points. Steph had 9. Andrew Wiggins actually led the Warriors with 12. And it felt like this game was over. The Warriors were up by 15 at one point. The crowd was rocking. We've seen so many games like that in the Bay. Like, once the crowd gets going, the Warriors get on their run, it just kind of feels like the game is over, and it definitely felt like it for this game.
Especially during that third quarter. Third quarter Warriors have made a living just destroying teams, but credit to the Boston Celtics. They slowly chipped away at the lead, had a 9-0 run to cut the lead down to 3 early in the fourth quarter, and then Al Horford hits a 3 with just over 5 minutes left. That gives the Celtics the lead.
Yeah, Al Horford, I remember, was going insane this game to fuel the comeback with all the threes. Insane.
And near the end of the fourth, Marcus Smart hits back-to-back threes. And just like that, it seems
Smart's
like the
such an
Warriors
annoying
are headed
player.
for a 1-0 series lead with all the momentum in the world. And the Celtics march out of Golden State with a Game 1 win.
Yeah, Game 2 was kind of a similar story. Like, first half was close. Warriors took a 2-point lead going to halftime. But this time, though, like, the third quarter Warriors said, no, we're not even going to make this close. They outscored the Celtics 35-14 the third. Jordan Poole hit that half-court shot, basically, at the end of the third to give them a 23-point lead going to the fourth. And from there, it was over. You're not coming back from that. Series tied 1-1. Not the best start for Golden State. Obviously, you'd like to be up 2-0, but a great response in Game 2.
Game 3 in Boston, Steph was excellent. 31 points on 12 of 22 shooting, but Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, and Marcus Smart, goddamn, they combined for 77. And besides another great third quarter, the Celtics basically controlled the entire game. They'd win 116-100, so they're now up 2-1. From then on,
people don't remember, but the Celtics, by all the ESPN and all the stats measures, they were the favorites to win the series. Don't let anyone twist you. The Celtics were the favorites going into the finals.
The series, though, man, the Warriors dominated. Game 4, maybe the best game Steph's ever played.
Must win for the Warriors. You can't go down 3-1 unless you're LeBron. You're not coming back from that in the finals.
Gotta love how you throw a little asterisk.
I mean, I had to give the Warriors one shot here. I'm hyping them up all video. Celtics started hot. They took an 11-4 early lead, but the Warriors responded. They only trailed by 1 after the first. Steph had 12 first quarter points to lead the Warriors. A solid second quarter from the Celtics, gave them a 5-point lead going to the half. But in the second half, man, Steph he took over. Like, this was a legacy game.
Yeah, this is the Steph Curry legacy game.
4 threes and scores 14 points in the third to give the Warriors a 1-point lead headed to the fourth. And then the fourth, he scores another 10 points. He hits a huge 3 in Derek White's face to cap off a 10-0 run for the Warriors.
Great defender.
And finally, he'd seal the game at the line. 43 points for Steph, 10 rebounds, 7 of 14 from 3. Like, he had some other great games in the finals. I mean, he scored 47 versus the Raptors in 2019. He had some games like in the high 30s against the Cavs.
Yeah, this is his greatest game of all time.
This one just felt different. Like, legacy on the line. Steph Curry just needs that finals MVP
yeah,
to
this is a
must-win
game.
Legacy.
And to show up like that is insane.
He refused to let the Warriors lose this game.
Game 5, back in Golden State, the Warriors had all the momentum in the world, and they dominated early, led by 11 after the first, 12 going into halftime. Celtics had another big third quarter. It seems like a theme of this series. Having huge third quarters, so they took the lead back. Jordan Poole, though, another huge momentum shot.
Yeah, he always hits these same
to give the Warriors
these
a
fucking
1-point
shots
lead
that he always hit them in the series.
They carried that momentum
whole,
on to a 10-0
playoffs.
run, and they'd win 104-94 to go up 3-2 in the series. So now we're back in Boston for Game 6, and the Celtics started out well. They were up 12-2 early on, and then the Warriors go on a 21-0 run in the
Don't remind me that this season the Mavericks went on a 30-0 run and lost the game. It's the biggest run in NBA history. It's the first ever 30-0 run in NBA history, and we lost the game.
The NBA Finals on the road.
I mean, the Celtics had a 6-point lead at the start of that run, and then, like, blink of an eye, a couple minutes later, and they're now down 15. It's kind of over from there. Like, they made it interesting.
Yeah, 21-0 run. That's still the championship
once
right
again,
there.
the second half, Steph just took over. 22 second half points. He hit that one deep-ass three midway through the third to put the Warriors up 22. Did that celebration where he pointed out his finger, said
ring me.
Right. And like I said earlier, this was
iconic
the
moment right
thing
here.
Steph
Iconic
needed.
moment.
He needed that finals MVP. He needed that.
Yeah, that's 100% still his legacy, because every other team he had, he was not, well, other than 2015, which had a bit of an asterisk because of Kyrie getting hurt in the finals. Every other team, he was arguably not the best player on the team, and he had a super team. This is the ring he needed to get a ring, that he was by far the best player on the team, no flukes, no anything, and he got it right here. This is no flukes, no asterisk, best player on the team by far, leading his team to a championship, completely sealed his legacy right here.
Series in the finals where there was no questions. 2015, you can say, oh, well, you know, the Cavs were injured and Iggy won finals MVP.
And then the other two ones say, well, yeah, he was great, especially in 2018, but, you know, he had Kevin Durant alongside him as his teammate. This was the first series where he was the unquestioned best player on his team and showed up when his team needed him.
100%.
So what do you guys think?
So yeah, that was a fantastic video. Make sure to go to Synthetic Sports Content. Very, very good videos. Yeah, this is a good overlook at the Steph Curry's journey to get in the 2022 championship, the most meaningful championship of his career by far. And yeah, tell me what you think. What other NBA videos you'd like me to react to, or whatever. Go subscribe to Later Cracks NBA and Later Grumbles NBA. And yeah, that's about it. Great video. Goodbye.